Before that, I forgot to record the session, so I just recording the session in case if anyone wanted to uh, wouldn't have if it would if anyone wants to share the workshop. So moving forward, um, for the first area that actually it's very popular in particularly for young ages, it's the AI or artificial intelligence in social media. Um, there are four main benefits of AI for the social media, which can be categorized in for image recognition, for the AI-powered chatbot or conversation, which is known as the conversational AI, um, um, for the security things that Catherine actually talked earlier about that, and for analyzing the sentiment. So these are the four main areas or categories that the AI could be, utilized in social media. Um, I guess the chatbot maybe is a little bit, unknown for some of you guys, but uh, before moving forward, I would like to ask you if anyone wanted to talk about the what's the chatbot. Um, you guys, so feel free to type your answer. Just say that what's the chatbot, or if any of you guys has any experience, any sort of the experience in the past to work with the chatbots. What is that? Can you provide some examples? Um, you can chat in the chat, or just feel free to unmute yourself and talk about that. Is it something familiar with you guys or not? Okay. So I guess it's kind of uh, unknown for everyone. So anyway, so we will. I would like to talk about this area because this is the very important, area in the social media, the chatbot. Um, and also, it has been utilized in different aspects of the industry, such as the for finance. If you call any banks and prior to connecting to an agent through the phone conversation, you actually talk with an AI-based agent or virtual agent, which actually asks you a number of the questions in order to connect you to an appropriate agent. This is actually is another example of the chatbots or conversational AI. If you for example, if you happen to wanted to buy something from online stores, you may wanted to get some sort of help from the from the agents, and they are not always available. So you are guided to kind of the sort of the embedded chatbots inside the website in order to get the information about the websites, about the prices, about the some of the new items that you are looking for. So all of these interactions, are actually covered by the AI-powered chatbot. For the sentiments, it's actually it can be any sort of the for example, um, um, uh, one example for that could be, for example, for the comments, for the Amazon comments. Uh, in order, Amazon uses the comments which are in text, but they analyze the text and words, and then based on that, actually review and provided some rating for any sort of the items that actually are selling is sold in on Amazon website. So, or in order to provide a better review for any sort of the movies, some of the IMDb or any sort of the websites that provide you with the movies, online movies, or any sort of the clips, or such as the even the YouTube. Um, uh, the comments are always analyzed, and then based on the words that people use on the comments, there are hundreds, thousands of the comments, and it's impossible that a human actually um, goes through all of these comments and review them, and provided a better rating, or rate the item, or or any sort of the clips, or any sort of the movies based on the people's comments, and say that, okay, this is the audience actually rating for this type of the item, whether it's the movie, whether it's the YouTube video, or any sort of the clips. So all of these are being done, sorry, are being analyzed by the AI. For the image recognition, um, it's also a very important part, because for example, you are looking for some sort of the images, and you use the Google image in order to search about the specific image, and to understand, to look forward to look, which helps you to find out the source of the image. um, Whether it's for example, you are looking for a specific type of the flower, and you can easily upload it on the Google image, and it shows you, okay, this is the image that the source is, it's called this, and it can be, it actually it could guide you to the Wikipedia pages, or any other website about that specific image of the flower. And for the security, there are lots of the things that actually can be used in this, in the field of the social media. For example, many of you guys are now using the Facebook, or active on the Facebook. So Facebook actually use the AI based rules for the security, in order to for the identification of the users, for any sort of the protecting the accounts against the spams, or uh, against the fake users. So anyone can easily doing some sort of catfishing and using the other people's images. So all of these things can be detected by using the AI. So because the social media is a popular area, especially for your ages, so that's why I actually focus in this field. And for the next part, I would like to um, to do a little bit, to uh, get you familiar with the a little bit with the AI chatbot. So feel free to scan this QR code, and then chat with Eliza, which is the AI-powered chatbot, and ask some random questions from Eliza, and then type the answers that Eliza actually provided you on the chat. But so you have about 1 minute. So overall, let's say for 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, please scan this QR code, or just go into this link chai.ml, and then type it Eliza, and then both please insert your questions and the answers that actually, or this response actually received from Eliza on the chat on the chat box. So everyone, please do that. So Sherry or Sydney, can you also confirm that the QR code works?
Yeah, I'll try right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Helena, thank
Working.
you for. Okay, perfect. So what was the question that you asked, Melissa?
I asked what the weather was.
Okay, and what was the answer?
They answered saying that it would be sunny and warm.
Sunny and warm. Okay. You didn't specify any specific location, right?
Pardon?
Did you specify any location, for example, the weather in Kingston or
No,
Ontario?
I
Oh,
just
okay.
said what will the weather be tomorrow?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it actually based on the default that defined for the this for Eliza. But I actually searched about some of the free chatbots, um, and Eliza actually I found that Eliza works the best one. Okay, Zara. I asked my pet your face, and she said she didn't know. Okay. So probably actually was probably
Can I
not the
share
best
mine?
question. Sure.
So I just asked, what did you do today? And she said, nothing much, just sat around and read some books. And I said, cool, what books did you read? And she said, I was reading The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. So I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. So you see, guys, it's quite smart. You know, it can analyze your question and based on the database because let me quickly talk about the how it works in a high level. So it actually has a database which consists of the, I would say, millions or at least billions of the words and questions, and all of these actually have been gathered by the scientists in different resources, and so all of and then by using some of the mathematical algorithms, the we trained some sort of models that can learn all of these questions. And then when you ask a question, for example, how is the weather? What's the book that actually you have read, for example, in the, I don't know, since last year, or any sort of the questions. It looks and goes and search through the database and find the most similar and the best and the question that actually fitted most to your question. So yeah, and the color. So Zara said that her favorite ice cream color is vanilla. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I hope that you actually get the idea of conversational AI and chatbot. Uh, this area and this field is actually very will be will grown up will be grown as so much and I personally, I have a degree and certificate actually in designing chatbots by using the Amazon cloud, uh, and I would say that that's a pretty good gives you a there are lots of money in that in this area. Um, it's not difficult because you can easily use the resources and that has been gathered by the Google or any sort of the uh, uh, resources, and then all of this actually gathered by the online thing. When you search on Google, when you ask a question from Google, it actually you know it actually being stored in the database, and the Google learns about that. So that is called the self learning by the AI or artificial intelligence, because and the Google uses your information and your questions in order to improve the its AI powered engine. So that's why these databases are being grown and expanded every second, every day. And by using the people's questions, the people's answers, the people's searchers, and then I would say that maybe one day these type of this chatbots are being so much intelligent, become so much intelligent that I don't know, maybe they have the level of the intelligence actually becomes higher than the human intelligence. So this can be happen. I don't know, maybe. Uh, it's actually predicted within the next 20 years, which is another field of the AI that the people talk about the ethics in AI, and there are some sort of concerns that okay, maybe AI, one day the AI based powered or AI powered engines or AI powered systems actually can you know can be can make some sort of hazard or some sort of can be dangerous for the human lives and or human lifestyle or any sort of the our daily our everyday life. um, so that's actually another example. I hope that you got you have a better feeling and sense about what is the conversational AI or AI chatbots and how it works. So let's move on to the next area, which is AI in gaming. So basically, gaming also is another field that is quite much popular among the young ages and teenagers. Um, there are different platforms that you can design games. For example, the Unity, Osmo, or Ubisoft. And then you can embedded AI-based models or AI-powered engines inside the games, which this process is called the training of the AI model. And or AI can be used in the marketing of the, for the marketing purposes or any sort of the engagement. And these are some of the names of the companies or platforms that are popular in gaming, AI gaming. Um, um, the idea of the AI gaming is that it actually um, gives the sense of the intelligence to the games in order to improve the both the quality and both the level of the interaction that the human can have with the game. And it can be combined with the virtual environment, um, which gives you the ultimate feeling and about when you are, for example, using some sort of the gaming games and you are doing gaming. It assume that okay, it can be synced with the virtual reality and virtual environment. So the vision actually being engaged, your hearing being engaged in the ultimate its ultimate level. And then you can enjoy the gaming in its ultimate level that anyone can have a better feeling about that. um, Also, for example, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the Meta, uh, but the Meta wants to actually it's actually uh, uh, mm, uh, it's a platform that actually run by Facebook in order to provide the next level of our future environment, uh, which involves the virtual reality in our every aspect of our life in order to or every location. And you have a better sense that okay, for example, you are in another country but you have the, you have done, you have done you have actually scanned your room by using the the metals technology, and then by using some sort of a specific glasses which provides you with the virtual reality. You can uh, um, you can be in your room, but your location is in the another country. So that will be actually the next level of the future, and the next level of the lifestyle that every one of us will probably will experience, and it will be it actually will impact every aspect of our life. And you can even deal with the people who actually uh, uh, who are not alive. You know, uh, you can scan yourself, and then I can use my virtual body, for example, virtual Ramtin, um, uh, in any sort of the in everywhere, and then I can use it, and then add my voices and sync these things together, uh, and it actually imitates my speaking and speeches and my conversation in any sort of the places in any time. For example, if I die today, God, I hope it never happens. But anyway, let's say in 20 years or 30 years later, if anyone wants to imitate our today's conversation or workshop for any other people, they can easily, use some sort of the halogen of my bodies, and then using the virtual environment that I am speaking just like today for everyone else. And this area and this environment is called the meta, and in the meta world everything will be possible. And this actually organized and planned to be happen within the next 15 years or 20 years from now. Uh, but some scientists actually said that can be done within the next even 10 years, and can be implemented in our in the real world. So anyway, let's do another experiment, or another, let's do a fun game. I provided another link here, another QR code here. It actually it's a website and platform that is AI powered. So please scan it or go to the quick draw with google.com. And this AI powered platform, um, it has, oh, okay, perfect. It actually provides you for 6 opportunities in order to draw what it initially asks you, and then you need to draw it. And let me know if any of you guys can win this content contest. So yeah, so we have 3 minutes. Please try this and type in the chat which one of the, or you can even share your drawings if you want. Uh, that would be great. So let's see who actually can draw better than anyone else. Okay. Okay, perfect. So Helena, would you like to share your draws or just say that
I
talk
can't
about your
share my
experience?
I
Yeah,
can't
okay.
share my screen 'cause I'm not doing it on the same laptop.
Okay, perfect.
But I had to draw a clarinet, a hot tub, a green bean, animal migration, a triangle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got the animal migration, laptop, and triangle right.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. How about Zara? Do you wanted to share your screen?
I can't either, but I did a fireplace, a beach, a sea turtle, a canoe, a bulldozer, and a police car.
Oh wow. So we would love to see your drawing. So if you want, if you don't mind, you can share it.
I don't think I can.
Oh,
Wait a second. Is that file able to be opened?
I guess so. Okay, let me. Uh,
I got it. I think it works.
okay. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, that's great. uh, you are an artist. I love your the beach and also the police car. Wow, that's great. Anyone else wanted to share her drawing uh, or could have some sort of success? Any other one? Anyone else? Oh, I can't draw. Why? Probably you may wanted to just refresh your. Oh, okay. Okay, let's do it in about 1 minute, and then we can move forward. And feel free to share it if you don't. If you want to, you can upload the screenshot of the your drawings or just share your screen. Oh yeah. Actually, this AI powered system is not smart as the same level as Elisa, because of the I would say that first because drawings is something that very subjective, and it's super difficult that from billions of the you know designs and styles of the drawings it can be specifically being familiarize the AI powered system with your specific drawing. So how it works is that as the same as the what actually Elizabeth actually does is as it finds the fittest and the most similar uh, you know draw with yours or design with yours. So if it is for example police car, if you add the tires and you make it like a car at the triangle, it detects the triangle, and then you add two circles, which actually represent the tires. So based on that, the AI powered system actually understands that okay, this is a car, and then based on that, because it initially asked you about the police car, so it understands that okay, this is a car and that's the police car, so that's great, and you win the content. So it works. The process is the same as the how the chatbots actually work, but in terms of the intelligence level of the intelligence, it actually needs billions of the images. And if it is synchronized to an online resources and which actually collects the people's draws, and then it can improve itself actually by using the self improvement, which is kind of very complicated in this case, because many people don't like drawings, and they prefer to not share, or even they prefer to not share that. So that's why quite the image based systems are not too much intelligent, the same level of the same level of the text based, which called the in the AI system, which called the natural language processing, or an NLP. I didn't provide this because I don't want to make it so much too complicated for you guys, but we have different categories in AI, which called for example, deep learning, which are mostly works with the images, and we have another category which called the NLP, or natural language processing, which works with the words and sentences. Which is there are lots of resources for the NLP rather than for the images. My personal research as a PhD candidate is actually focused on images, and I specifically work with the medical images, which is kind of very rare compared to some general images such as the images of the streets, or cars, or humans, or something like that. So thank you so much everyone for that. So let's move on. Let's move on to our next slide, um, which is the AI in robotics. I guess many of you guys, love working with robots, or you may have some sort of experience with working with some, you know, uh, small robots, which are mostly used in for the home-based applications, or any sort of the just like a toys, which works based on the electricity, and they have a battery, and just for example, um, um, like a dolls, and it actually record your voice and repeats that, and then moving the hand or something like that. But they are I would say that they are not smart, or have some sort of the level of the intelligence. They are mostly just traditional systems, that they don't have the intelligence. But what actually AI helps in robotics, AI provides the intelligence, as we initially talked about that, to the to any sort of the any types of the robot, and how it's actually being done, and what are the benefits of that. It can be used in the training. Robots used for the training. It can use for the keeping you guys well. It can be used for the early detection, for example, early detection of the cancer, early detection of the diseases. It can be used for the diagnosis. Um, which can provide you with an estimated the level of the, for example, any sort of the disease. It can be used for the decision making. It can be used for the treatment. It can be used even for the end of the life care. It can predict that. Even AI can predict the your average lifetime. It can predict that. Okay, for example, this guy will be die based on the information that get collected from your biological organ, or from your organs and body organs, and also the biological information. It can give you a better it can even give you an estimated lifetime. For example, say that with this type of the fat percentage, or status of the liver organ, you probably will be alive for example, for um, I would say for the most, for example, next 60 years. So this called the survival rate prediction in the field of the artificial intelligence in the healthcare and medicine. it can be used in the researches for any sort of the robotic research, which is very popular for developing humanoid robots in order to, for example, for make the next generation of the soldier and for the next generation of the workers. I provide you with some examples for that. For example, these are all of these are are real. I probably many of you guys have heard about the Boston Dynamics, or if you haven't heard about that, you may probably have seen some sort of these smart robots. For example, they are they are called the humanoid robots, which are which or the robots that are in the style of the bipedal robots, because they have legs and they have hands, two hands, and they are like humans, and for example here they can dance or they can do whatever you want. And with our today's level of the technology, uh, um, the robots can not only act like humans, but also even they can think about like humans. But I would say that I would say that they are not the level of the intelligence and thinking of the level of the intelligence for the thinking is much less than the, I would say, an average or an adult uh, 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 which, for example, let's say that over 18, but it actually said that the level of the intelligence for the robots actually nowadays it has been reached to the level of the intelligence of a human, especially for example, particular for the for a kid like up to age of the 5 years old. So that's the that's a huge success. Um, and it is actually estimated that within the next 25 years, uh, maybe it can be increased to the level of the intelligence of an adult of the, for example, 20 with the age of the 20 or 21. So that's huge. And as you know, guys, many of us actually, our brain actually grows every day, and our knowledge and level of the intelligence is growing. It's grown. It actually grows every day, every second. Whenever we actually learn things, because the information that we gain, in our everyday life, whether it's through the reading books, through the studying, through experiencing different aspects of the life, different things, we are actually actively adding to our knowledge, to our, to our level of the intelligence, and use our brain, and it can be expanded. And it says that the ultimate, or the optimal age for humans in order to learning is up to 40 years. I'm not actually quite sure about that, that if that works for everyone, but in average, up to 40 years old, for an adult with the age of the 40, it actually, the level of the intelligence, it actually increased up to its the peakest, it to the highest level. And after that, because of the kind sort of the any sort of the cognitive diseases, or any sort of the degradation in our cognitive um, you know uh, cognitive side of our brain, the level of the intelligence and learning actually decrease, um, which this is despite what we can actually experience in robots, because they can learn. They don't have specific. They can be alive for a lifetime, for the end of the world. So they can learn as much as they want, and as much as the technology and the level of the storage of the information actually being expanded. Uh, you can expect that, okay, the level of the intelligence of the robots actually is going up and up. So so that's why I just wanted to refer to what I initially said about the AI ethics, which is a very important part of the AI. in order to develop some sort of the rules in order to manage the next generation of the robot, the next generation of the AI powered system. So these are the three examples, popular examples, for example, that the robots or the AI-based robots can be used, for example, for the instructions, for the teaching, uh, for the work assistant, for industrial assistance, um, uh, which is, consists of the, which we actually can deal with them in our daily life. Um, Another area which is also important is AI in transportation. Um, we cannot, deny that. Okay, within the even now and even now, actually, it has been implemented. The self-driving vehicles or cars, are accessible in specific parts of the world. For example, in California, in Dubai, in Japan, some cities. I'm not sure in Canada where it can be. I heard that in Alberta there are some, they have been some sort of the pilot, systems have been implemented. But in general, we can expect that within the next 10 years, the self-driving cars can be accessible for everyone. And all of these are based on the robot, but based on the AI. We can expect that the traffic management, which are actually these systems and platforms, are being used for the navigation systems, for the just like as the Google Maps, and a delay prediction, which is very important. For example, in navigation for the trains, for the bus transportation, you wanted to you just check with the Google Map, and it says that okay, the bus will come, for example, in 10 minutes, or it may be expected to be delayed for 1 minute. What is that delay? The delay actually is actually calculated based on the AI, and these are implemented. These are 100% implemented. If anything improves, it's actually improvement in the accuracy of that, because the information are being collected and gathered every day from the people around the world, and then it actually helps to improve the accuracy. For the drone taxis, which is actually implemented in Dubai, uh, these are the also some areas that AI is actually being used in the field of the transportation. Um, and to also for the face detection. For example, if you want to detect the, for example, uh, any careless drivers, it can be easily they can be easily detected by using the cameras and by the faces. And there are some sort of the AI powered systems that can easily detect your face. That you can. That's why you are using in your, on your smartphones every day. Yeah, it actually you can open the unlock your screen by using the face detection. So these are uh, uh, some sort of the AI applications that we are dealing with in our daily life. Um, and then another important area that actually AI has been used is in e-commerce or electronic commerce, which means that the popular example for that is the online stores. Many of you guys, maybe let's say that for example, if you ask an old guy or old people, okay, what was your wish, for example, uh, in the, I don't know, 30 years ago, and they probably answered you that respond you that okay, we wish that okay, we had access to the some sort of the systems that you can try out, and you can try different styles on your body, and then decide that okay, for example, I wanted to buy for example, a jacket like this. I wanted to know that which color actually fitted most for me, which color makes me more handsome, whether this size is actually fitted for me or not. Or for you guys, you wanted to do a makeup. So you want to know, you cannot pay for the, any sort of the, for example, uh, uh, any sort of the items in the for the beauty, and and then in order to understand that, okay, this item, and then just okay, say, let's say that, okay, I don't like this color for my using the I don't know, eyebrows, or for using it on my lips, or for the skincares, products. I wanted to use a specific type of the product, and I want to know that which product actually helps me a lot with my, for example, acne, or for my skincare, and you have no idea about that. And yeah, AI helps you in order to provide you with the best option, with the best suggestion. For example, if you go to the Amazon website, and if you are looking for some sort of the skincare, or you are looking for some sort of the item, it helps you, or it provides you with some sort of suggestion. And how these suggestions actually are being provided, they are being provided by the using the AI powered systems that collect the data from the previous people, and gathers their comments, gathers their and rating the item, and then provides you with those suggestions, so you can have a better idea. Okay, this product of the skincare is actually works for me and has the highest quality, based on the average of the reviews, average of the ratings that collected from the people. Or you wanted to just try it out. So I want to ask you guys, maybe you can try this website, maybe line.com, and then you wanted to try the different types of the makeup tools. For example, here, you can give provides a picture of yourself, and then by using their tools, online tools, you can you can test it on your picture, and find that, okay, which color or which specific item makes you looks better than the other item. So or you wanted to use your digital photos and enhance them. I'm sure that maybe all of you guys have been have some sort of experience in the past, with working with the different type of the makeup apps, like at the Perfect 365, or UCam Makeup, or Face App, any sort of these application. Or just please type on the chat box if you use any specific sort of the makeup apps in order to enhance and improve the level of the quality of uh, improve the quality of your images. And there are also some sort of the AI based applications. For example, the UCam, I know that it can even change your you know the type of the organs, or your components of your face. For example, enhance your nose, enhance your lips, enhance your jawlines, enhance your forehead. So so that's the digital world. So you can do whatever you want, and this is the benefits that you can provide, that actually provided by the AI. But at the same time, there are some sort of the cons by using these sort of the AI powered engines applications, which you can, for example, you can completely, someone can just abuse you, or misuse the pictures of someone else, and or doing some sort of the fraud by using that, which is again back to the security. That is a very important part of the AI, and category of the AI, and it tries to deactivate all of these technologies in that could be used in the sort of the fraud systems, and for any sort of the ways that it can be misused by using these technologies. Um, so moving forward, our last part is that actually I would like to provide you for the AI in healthcare, which is actually the focus of this workshop. and it's like kind of aligned with what I'm doing for my research, as I mentioned. And in general, the application of AI can be categorized for the healthcare and medicine can be categorized in these 8 categories, which called them, which including the actually the medical robots, personalized medicine, drug discovery, medical image diagnosis, which is my field, by using the medical images, diagnosis of the diseases, which is very important, outbreak prediction. You guys probably have experienced that how much, to what level, to what extent actually this area and category can be important because of the the experience that we had with we already have with the COVID-19, and then clinical trials and electronic health record, or EHR. Um, I actually, in the next slides I will provide I have provided uh, and talk about the main areas, not all of these areas, or the most popular ones, in order to give you a better idea that how this works, and then probably could be beneficial for some of you guys who wants to pursue uh, the career, or pursue career, or you're studying in the field of the related to the healthcare or medicine. Um, so before that, I want to ask you a quick question and have a quick poll. So please scan this QR code or go to this link. I can also put the link on the chat box, and then uh, enter your name, and then uh, answer the this question. I can add the question in the on the you know let me share again my screen. Sorry about I can ask the question on the add the question on the chat box. So just please answer it whether you think that it's a yes or no. So let me add the questions uh, to the website, to the chat box. Sure, I will. I'm gonna send it. So the question is, do you think radiologists and MD will be replaced by AI in the future? Let's say the future. I don't want to specify the future, but let's say, for example, in the next 10 years, in the future, 10 years. So this is the question, and let me add the link. So I just put the link on the chat. So yeah, just going there and oh, okay, already people actually. Okay, I'm just waiting to everyone actually uh, uh, log into the account, type their names. So we have Arlene, Ava, Sydney, Zoro, Helena, and Khan. We have Fatima. Okay, perfect. We have Aisha. So almost, I guess, everyone. 8, 9 people. Yeah. So I guess 4 more people actually. Yeah, I filter myself. 3 more people. So whoever is Iris actually. You also need to join Iris, Sheryl, and Rebecca. Uh, Let me know if any of you guys have some sort of the technical issues with logging. Okay, Rebecca. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna to just open the poll. So feel free, as I said, just please answer the question. I repeated the question. I just wanted to repeat the question. Do you think radiology and MDs will be replaced by AI in the future? Let's say, for example, in the next 10 years, and then answer it by yes for the with the color of the red with the triangle, or answer it no with the color of the blue, uh, uh, with just like a diamond. Or uh, so let me open the pool. Okay, everyone actually, I guess everyone. So okay, I just open it, and you have 2 minutes to answer that. So let's answer it if it whether it's do you think it happens or not, and then I will share the results with you as well. So we need to wait for 2 minutes. With the all the answers. You can search about that, or you can just think, just answer based on your feeling, because that's very important part. Whether the artificial intelligence system or AI powered system can be, can be, uh, are gonna to be some sort of the replacement for any sort of the, services that can be provided by the human based services, such as the, medical doctors or physicians. For example, if you need to, you know, whether for the, for some sort of the regular or everyday, or any sort of the, general checkup, you don't need even to, whether you think that, okay, in the next, for example, 10 years, AI powered systems can could be used as a replacement for the MDs or physicians, so that you can skip them and you can get the same level of the uh, advice or recommendations or references to any sort of the expert or or anything that can you need for the treatment, with the same level of the quality that you can already receive by the human. So just please answer based on your feeling. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So finished. So I'm gonna to share my screen for the with the results. That's quite interesting. So as you can see, 5 people answered yes, and 4 people answered no. Wow. I personally, um, uh, I actually didn't. I didn't expect. Uh, these results, because I was thinking that many people said that yes, and I think that in the next 10 years, for the general tasks, for the general inquiries, I think AI could be some sort of the replacement for the MDs and radiologists. But I would like to ask you, for one of you guys as a representative, for the yes and no. So whoever actually answered yes, please, and wanted to speak the reason or the rationale why she thinks that, okay, this is the answer is yes. So please unmute yourself and say that why you think that this is yes. So who answered yes?
Um,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I answered yes. I think it's because technology is advancing at a rate that's like a huge rate. So it wouldn't be very surprising if these if some of these things would be replaced by AI and stuff like that.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much for sharing your, idea about that. And we need one more representative from the who actually answered no. Who wants to unmute herself and just talk a little bit about the reason that selected no? Okay, who wants to do that? There is no correct answer. I just wanted to emphasize on that. That's an open question because in the next 10 years, although the trend shows that okay, maybe we can reach to that level of the intelligence that okay, the AI systems could be some sort of the replacement for any sort for the radiologists or MDs, but that's that's an open question. So feel free, don't feel that okay, that's a wrong question. There is no correct or wrong thing. Um, I just wanted to get your idea about that. That's kind of experiment by myself. So that's and it's actually quite amazing for me. So feel free. I need one person to
I
talk
can
about
kind of
that.
share.
Okay, sure, perfect. Go ahead, Ava.
So I chose no, only
Mhm.
because that even though technology is definitely advancing at a really fast rate,
Yeah.
I think that even with like super good AI, there is like always a level of accuracy that only humans can achieve.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much for sharing the experience. That's also a very important factor, and you actually talk about a very important factor, which is actually implies to accuracy. Accuracy is also very important. Uh, it's very difficult. It's very difficult that, for example, for something in the healthcare, especially something related to to our health and uh, you know, um, mm, to our lifestyle or in some sort of that in order to you can fully trust the AI based powered AI powered system that can decide for you, that can decide for you that whether, for example, this type of drug, this type of the uh, treatment, or this type of the exercise or any sort of that could be helpful for you, and you need to follow this. At this time, you may wondering that oh, that's really that's a very too much risk. Um, but maybe who knows, in the 10 years maybe the people's mind actually changes so that many people trust the private system. So that's at this time it's an open question. Maybe we can have a better idea when it actually implemented, fully implemented, the IO system actually fully implemented in our daily life, in a daily life task, and then based on the feedback that we can receive we can maybe answer this question. But thank you so much, everyone, for the sharing the experience. That's amazing. Um, I personally, I was quite surprised by the receiving answer. So moving forward, um, I also the next level of the actually uh, the next the next area actually I wanted to talk about that is the impact of the AI on healthcare for the medical image disease diagnosis, which is particularly related to my field of the research. I use the medical images in order to diagnose the cancer, particularly for the liver cancer. Um, but how it works, let's provide you with a simple example, which actually popular nowadays. It's, for example, for the COVID or any other sort of the phenomenon. Uh, Assume that you do not have access to an MD, or you are living in a suburb and or in a poor country, and there is not too much physicians or experts actually to check you and to analyze your your level of the health, and then provide you with the okay, you have this type of the pneumonia or any type of the Lyme disease, uh, and you need to some sort of the systems that can decide for you. So this is the concept that we can use the AI in the field of the disease detection by using the images. So you have access to some sort of the X-rays that can, scan your lung, and then based on the lung images, and then comparing the lung images the with the database that actually already collected from hundreds of the patients, uh, whether there are patients or people who actually are some sort of the healthy patients or healthy people, and on the other hand we have the patients with the lung disease, and then based on these images and then extracting the features or finding the patterns and trends inside the images, we we actually developed some sort of the mathematical algorithm that can identify and um, uh, detect some sort of distinguish that whether the patient or the person actually the patterns of the lines actually follows by the by the patient or lung of the patient actually has some sort of the lung disease, or it's a normal and healthy patient. So this is the idea of using the medical images in order to declassify or categorize any sort of the diseases, whether it's the Lyme disease or whether it can be, in my case, for example, cancer, by detecting the cancer tumors, whether there's any cancer tumors inside the patient's images. For example, I used with the CT images, but it can be any sort of the images. As you can see in the right side, it's the area. It's actually a system that I already developed for the COVID-19. You can provide it and detect the COVID-19 by providing the lung CT images, and the accuracy is so much high. It's like it's about more than 95%, which is very shows that it's quite similar to the human detection level of the detection. Even in some cases, it is more than human. If the radiologist or MD it's not it's not an expert, or it's not doesn't have too much it's not master in actually identifying the COVID-19 patterns inside the line city images, then this AI system, even in those cases, in those scenarios, can work better than human. uh, so but the overall and general accuracy for the COVID-19 detection, actually by using the CT images of the lungs, actually the accuracy is over 95%. Um, so and talking about the talking about the how the robots actually are being benefited by using the AI, and how the AI based robots can be utilized in healthcare. This is also another area and field of the research, or field of the even in the industry, in the healthcare industry, which is very important. I would like to share a very short video with you, so that it actually covers the areas that at this time the AI robots can be utilized in healthcare. So please let me know if you can hear the sound. But this, I guess it should be fine. But let me know if it's not. Fine. Can you hear the sound? Just please, want someone actually type it in the chat. Is it something? Uh, can you hear the sound or not? Can you hear it actually? I can. Okay. Let me one more time share my screen. Wait, okay. I'm gonna play it. Okay, perfect. These were the actually some of the popular and areas and fields that the AI-based robot or humanoid robots can be helpful in healthcare, and it can be helps you to manage your stress. It can helps you in personalized medicine. Can helps you for dealing with the senior citizens in order to instruct them, in order to provide them with any sort of the services. Or it can be even used in the COVID-19 thing in order to learn you about the social distance, which is 1.5 meters. So as you can see here, the AI robots also is another very important part of the uh, um, AI field in healthcare, and it has been utilized in every day, especially in Japan. I was recently in Japan, and I saw that how the robots actually are being utilized there for any sort of the healthcare systems, or even for the food industry, for example, in the restaurants or any other places. Uh, so that's another important field of the AI. Moving forward, another thing is that AI that can be used. AI is in outbreak detection prediction, um, or any sort of the outbreak. It can be used for the detection. It can be used for the prevention of the outbreaks, such as the COVID-19. It can be used for the response, how you can respond to outbreaks, how you can respond to, how you can manage the situation, or it can be used for the recovery side. Uh, Billions of people are being affected by the COVID-19. By using the big data that actually already collected from the COVID-19, and the patient actually have been already actually recovered from the disease, you can provide the better services in order to track the their track the impacts that or the factors actually impact on their lifestyle. The impacts actually affected their health system or health status. You can even track the economic recovery through the using the satellites or GPS or social media. You can track the information that actually shared with the around the world by understanding that okay, the COVID-19 impacts the how the COVID-19 actually impacts the people's life. So these are very important fields that AI also can be used in outbreaks, and even outbreaks as as actually mentioned by some of the popular names, like Jeff Bezos, is actually could be some sort of the biggest challenges that the human actually can be deal with that in the next maybe 10 to 20 years. It is even much more challenging that the wars or such as the atomic wars or for the human life. I'm talking about the human life. Um, Even it is more challenging compared to the global warming. So that's the field that the AI can be used at this time, at this year, in order to manage the next outbreak, so that we can handle that. We, much better than actually we did that for the COVID-19 during the last 2 years, last 3 years actually. Okay, and the last area is actually AI in personalized medicine. Um, the term of the personalized medicine is actually, it hasn't been already implemented in our daily life, but this is also very important part of the field that it impacts our life. It can be categorized in prevention, in diagnosis, and treatment. What that means in prevention, for early detection of patients at risk. For example, it can, by using the data, the AI can say that, okay, you are at the risk of the, heart diseases. You are at the risk of the cancer based on the information collected from your body organs, or improve the preventive measures. For the diagnosis, it can, improve the accuracy of the disease diagnosis for the individual treatment and strategy. And for the treatment, It can be combined with the drug delivery, and it can be used for the improvement of the outcomes through the targeted treatment. For example, and reduce the side effects. For example, you want to do some sort of the ablation on your body organ. For example, if you get the liver cancer, you need to do ablation to remove the part of the liver actually is cancerous. So using those type of the RF or radio frequencies in order to do the ablation, it's very, very dangerous, and make the other organs who are actually which are actually around the cancerous organ or cancerous part, it actually put them on a very major risk. So AI helps you to improve the accuracy of this type of the treatments. So personalized medicine is also very important, and who I recommend to whoever actually wanted to pursue in this field in the future, consider this field, personal medicine. Lots of money, lots of amazing topics that can be it's it has a prosperous future for there are lots of prosperity for this field. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about that is the AI in your career path. I provided this slide based on that. What are the current top 10 highest paying tech jobs? This is actually for the US, but it is the similar to the Canada. So the categories, the AI jobs actually are categorized in mostly in 10 categories. For example, including the data scientists, IoT solutions or Internet of Things solutions, big data, software architecture, blockchain, DevOps, cloud architects, full stack developers, AI engineer, and product manager. And any of these jobs actually are very popular. There are lots of open positions for them. The unemployment rate for the AI jobs is much lower. Is much lower than the other field of other jobs in other fields. Um, so there's a lot of it actually it's the field that you know uh, grows up and advances with a fast pace, and so it is expected that even in the next years, there are lots of opportunities and jobs for any sort of these categories. You can consider it if you wanted to pursue your career path in any of the field. And the last thing is that even in Canada, currently the average, I'm talking about the average, I'm not talking about the highest. If you are average, engineer or expert in the field of the AI, especially I'm talking about the AI engineer, and being average is not something that's so much difficult. So you can earn at least, $100,000 per year for what actually they do. But it can be increased up to 200,000 or even more. If you are a CEO of a company, you can earn more than that. So and even the lowest one is $68,000, which is quite good, for the lowest salary, and even without too much high level experts that or high quality experts that are needed for any sort of the AI based task or AI based job, you can earn at least $68,000 per year. Um, so I just put it here in order to say that okay, this is an area that you can make sure that okay you can handle your life, and you know this could be another incentive in order to pursue your career path in the field of the AI. So that was the whole workshop. I would like to thank you so much for your attention, for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions or any discussion you wanted to share. That please feel free to unmute yourself or write your questions on the chat uh, so that we can discuss about that. Um, I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes, so in case if anyone wanted to share the experience or anything like that. if you have any question about the, if you want to get any kind of some sort of the recommendation about whether you wanted to pursue your career in the field of the AI, if you have any question from the topics that we actually I covered in the slide, feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to answer you, share my experience. And to not mention that you are more than welcome to email me in case if you have any question. I am just going to type my email in chat box. So that feel free to email me if you have any questions, or if you need to, some sort of consultation or any sort of recommendation, feel free to email me, and I'm accessible from that, so that we can discuss about that. So if there is not no more questions or not any questions about this slides, I would like to again thank you so much for your time. And next week, in a week, we will talk about the astronomy. I am also covering some interesting, areas such as the whether there are some sort of the extraterrestrial life, or whether some sort of topics in the UFOs or unidentified flying objects, which is in recent years, especially particularly as of 2018, has been become a hot topic in the field. Many people say that okay, there are terrestrials or not, uh, um, or even and how the AI actually could be useful in that field. So that feel free to. I hope that to see you guys again within the next week. And yeah, thank you so much for your attending this workshop. Hope that it was helpful. I'm not sure. I can share both the recorded video and also the presentation file in case if any on the request, or if that is something that is kind of requested by Sydney or Shreya. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm just stop recording.
Thank you